everyone, this is Chetan. Today I'm here to discuss Quantitative Aptitude paper, September 2024. All right, let's begin with the questions. The first question, how many total combinations can be formed of 8 different counters marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, taking 4 counters at a time. How many counters at a time? 4 counters at a time. And there being at least one odd and one even numbered counter in each combination. So that means at least one odd number, at least one even number. So let's take one odd number. So there are basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 means 1, 3, 5, 7 are the odd numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8 are the even numbers. That means there are 4 odd numbers and 4 even numbers. There are various cases that I can choose at least one odd number and at least one even number. So let's take one odd number. Obviously, how many even numbers I have to choose? 3 even numbers, because total 4 counters have to be chosen. So from 4 even numbers, 3. This is the first case. Second case, basically I can choose 2 odd numbers, that is 4C2. If I choose 2 odd numbers, I have to choose 2 even numbers, that is 4C2. And the last case is I can choose even 3 odd numbers, that is 4C3, and obviously remaining one number should be from the even numbers, that is 4C1. Is there any other cases? See, in all these 3 cases, at least one odd number and at least one even number, is satisfied. Yes or no? Now, what is 4C1? 4C1 is 4 into 4C3 is also 4C1. 4C1 is 4. 4 into 4 n plus, because it's a positive value. Then 4C2. What is 4C2? 4 into 3 divided by 2. Again 4C2. You need not do again 4C2, because 4C2 into 4C2, you can do it. 4 into 3 divided by 2, m plus. Next, 4C3 into 4C1. 4C3 is 4 into 4C1 is also 4, m plus mrc. So the answer is 68. Hope you got the calculations right. Guys, 4C1 is basically 4 into 4C3 is also 4C1, which is nothing but 4m plus. Next, 4C2 is 6. Again, 4C2 is 6, m plus. Next, 4C3 is 4. 4C1 is also 4, m plus mrc. You get the answer 68. Moving on to the next question. In a party, persons shake hands with every other person. There are 105 handshakes in total. Find the number of persons in the party. Guys, number of handshakes. I have discussed this concept in the marathon. Yes or no? Most of the questions asked here are discussed in the marathon, right? So number of handshakes is equal to NC2. Here the number of handshakes is given of 105. I just need to find out the value of n. Where is n in the options? Guys, if I hit n is equal to 14, what will happen? 14C2. 14 into 13 divided by 2 factorial, which is 2. You get 91. But given number of handshakes is 105. So it is not option A. If I hit option B, if I hit n is equal to 15, so 15 into 14 divided by 2, so you get 105. Therefore n is equal to 15 by option hitting method. Hope it is clear. Moving on to the next question. Selection is to be made for 1 post for principal and 2 posts for vice principal among the 6 candidates called. Total 6 candidates are there. Only 2 are eligible for the post of principal. Guys, if only 2 are eligible for the post of principal, how many principals are required? Only 1 principal. So from 2 candidates, I have to choose 1 person, because only 1 principal. Remaining how many people? Remaining 4 people. Remaining 4, while all 6 are eligible for the post of vice principal. All 6 are eligible for the post of principal. 2 are eligible. Only 2 are eligible for the post of principal. Total number of candidates appeared as 6. Out of this, only 2 are eligible for the post of principal. If out of 2, 1 is selected, then remaining 5 are there. Yes or no? Remaining 5 are there. From remaining 5, you need to select how many vice principals? How many vice principal? 2 vice principal. So the result is 2C1 is 2, 5C2 is 5 into 4 divided by 2, which is 10. So the result is 20. Guys, have you understood? Total there are 6 candidates. Out of 6 candidates, 2 are eligible for the post of principal. So obviously 1 is selected, because 1 post for principal. So remaining 5, because out of 6, if 1 is selected as a principal, remaining 5 people, because all 6 are eligible for the post of vice principal, they have said. That means 1 has become a principal, so obviously 5 are remaining. Out of 5, remaining 2. That means I have to select 2 people for the vice principal, right? 5C2 is 10, 10 into 2 is 20. And the answer is option D. A roadside tea stall merchant borrows 9,000 rupees at 2.76% simple interest per annum. The principal and the interest are to be paid in 10 monthly installments if each installment is double the preceding one. So if I take the first installment as A, second installment is 2A, because 2A is double of the preceding one. Yes or no? Obviously next one is going to be 4A, next one is going to be 8A, and so on. If you observe this forms a GP. Yes or no? Because there is a common ratio. There is a common ratio. First of all, you need to find out how much is the amount that he has to pay. See guys, amount, if you want to find out, it is P plus SI, correct? So how do you find out SI? He borrows 9,000, means 9,000 is the principal. So 9,000 into rate of interest is 2.76% plus a percentage, into time is 10 months. Guys, 10 months means you have to convert that into year. 10 divided by 12 you will have to do. So you get 207 as SI, add principal to it, you get 9,207. This is nothing but the amount he has to pay. So this has to be split into 10 equal installment, not equally, sorry. Every installment is twice that of the preceding one. So if you understand that it forms a GP and 9207 is sum of n terms in GP, so obviously I have to use the formula of Sn of GP. So now you see what is the value of R? There's a common ratio of 2, because 2A by A is 2, 4A by 2A is 2, 8A by 4A is 2. So common ratio is 2, and the number of terms is n, because there are 10 monthly installment, not equally, obviously 10 different installments only. So if I hit the options, Sn is equal to 9207, so A into R is 2 and n is 10, so divided by 2 minus 1. Guys, find out 2 power 10. Type 2, press into, keep on pressing equal until the counter number is 11 minus 1. Then divided by 1, I need not do it. And if I take it to the other side, press divide, press equal. Rather than dividing, you are converting into multiplication by pressing divide and equal. Then multiply with 9,207. You get the value of A. A comes out to be 9. So once you get the value of A, you can find out what is that we are asked to find. Last installment, that means last term. What is last term? A into R power n minus 1. A is 9, R is 2, n minus 1 becomes 9 because n is equal to 10. So therefore, 2 power 9 is 512 into 9, which is 4608. So option B is the right answer. Hope it is clear, right? So let's move on to the next question. The question is, there are 4 boys and 3 girls. They are required to sit in a row in such a way that no 2 girls sit together. Guys, this kind of questions I have discussed in marathon. Yes or no? Very easy to solve. 4 boys and 3 girls, and no 2 girls sit together. Whom would you arrange first? Boys. How many boys are there? 4 boys. 4 boys can be occupied in 4 factorial ways, right? 4 boys can be arranged in 4 factorial ways, and number of places for the girls is 4 plus 1, which is 5, and number of girls to be arranged is 3. So 4 factorial into 5p3. 5p3 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 4 factorial is 24, and the result is 1440. Option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The question is, the numbers x, 8 and y are in GP. If x, 8, y are to be in GP, obviously what are x and what are y? So I have to hit the options, because x and y are asked, x and y are there in the options only. If I hit the first option, x becomes 6 and in between 8 is there, and y becomes 4. So are they in GP? First of all, 8 by 16 is 1 by 2, 4 by 8 is also 1 by 2, they form a GP. Now if I substitute the values of x, y here, 16, it is 4 and minus 8. Are they in AP? Of course. 4 minus 16 is minus 12, minus 8 minus 4 is minus 12. So obviously they form a AP. That means option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The fourth term of an AP is 0. What is fourth term of an AP? A plus 3D. That is equal to 0. What they are asking, the ratio of 25th term. What is 25th term, guys? A plus 24D, and 11th term, that is A plus 11D. Guys, let's try to express numerator and denominator in terms of A plus 3D. So how do I write A plus 24D in terms of A plus 3D? A plus 3D plus 21D divided by A plus 3D plus This is 10D actually, because 11th term is A plus 10D. So it's going to be 7D. Yes or no? Now what will happen? The result of A plus 3D in both numerator and denominator is 0. So what remains is 21D divided by 7D. D cancels. So 21 by 7 is 3. So option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, if A is this, set A is given and relation is also given, then we have to find out what sort of a relation it is. Guys, first of all, if you see 1 comma 2 is there a 2 comma 1? No, 2 comma 1 is not there, so it is not symmetric. Yes or no? Even 2 comma 3 is there, but 3 comma 2 is not there, so it is not a symmetric relation. Yes or no? Now is it reflexive? For 1 there is 1 comma 1, for 2 there is 2 comma 2, for 3 there is 3 comma 3. Yes or no? But and yes, it is reflexive, because for all elements there is a reflection present. And now we have to check whether it is transitive or not. Guys, for transitive, I can take A comma B as 1 comma 2, B comma C as 2 comma 3, then A comma C is 1 comma 3. Yes or no? 1 comma 3, it's possible. A comma B is 1 comma 2, B comma C is 2 comma 3, and A comma C is obviously 1 comma 3, because A is 1 and C is 3. Is there any other possibility that you can take A comma B as something else? That's it, right? If I take 2 comma 3 as A comma B, then it's not possible that I can take B comma C as 3 comma something else, because the two different elements, the element should be two different elements. I can't take 3 comma 3 as B comma C. You understood? So therefore, it follows the transitive nature of a relation. Yes or no? Yes or no? A comma B is 1 comma 2, B comma C is 2 comma 3. So obviously A comma C is 1 comma 3. So it is reflexive and transitive. Is it? Is it transitive? It is reflexive but not symmetric. Yes, it is transitive, but it is not symmetric. It is reflexive but not symmetric, but it is transitive. Yes or no? Moving on to the next question, x square plus x minus 1 is given. See, this question is the same question I have discussed in the marathon under the concept function of a function. Yes or no? So 4 into, what is the function given? X square plus x minus 1 and f of 2x. Guys, f of 2x means I should consider f of x only, but in place of x I should write 2x. Wherever in place of x I should write 2x. So what is this? 4x square plus 4x minus 4. On the right hand side, 4x square plus 2x minus 1. Both the sides 4x square will get cancelled. If I send this 2x over here, it becomes 4x minus 2x is 2x, minus 4 becomes plus 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So x is equal to 3 by 2. Option A. The same question I have discussed, isn't it? Next question. For an infinite geometric progression, the first term is A, common ratio is R, and the sum is for an infinite geometric progression, that means S infinity is given as 8, and the second term AR is given as 7 by 8. Now you have to just hit the options and solve it, guys. First of all, if I hit the option A into R is 7 by 8 only, because 3 ones are 3 8s are, so 7 by 8. But will S infinity get satisfied? What is S infinity, guys? S infinity is A divided by 1 minus R. Find out 1 minus R. R is 7 by 24. 1 minus R is 17 by 24. Yes or no? Take this up. How do you take it up? Divide, equal, and multiply with A. What is A? 3. So guys, you get 4.235, but the given sum is 8. So option A doesn't satisfy. Even though it satisfies the second term, S infinity doesn't get satisfied. Look at the next option. Option C, if you hit A into R, the second term A into R is 7 by 8, that gets satisfied. And look at S infinity, A divided by 1 minus R. R is 1 by 8, 1 minus R is 7 divided by 8. Take it up. How do you take it up? Divide, equal, and multiply with A. A is how much? 7. You get the result 7.999, which is nothing but 8. So option C clearly satisfies. Right? Next question. A town has a total population of 50,000. Out of it, 28,000 read newspaper and 20 newspaper X, and 23,000 read newspaper Y, while 4,000 read both the newspapers. That means they have given N of A, N of B, both means N of A intersection B. Now, what is that they're asking? A number of persons not reading any of the two newspapers. That means neither A nor B. This is what you're asked. N of A union B whole dash, which is nothing but total minus either A or B. Now guys, what is total? 50,000 people are there. What is N of A? N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Take your calculator. What is N of A given? 28,000 plus N of B given 23,000 minus N of A intersection B given 4,000. Make this negative. How do you make it negative? Plus or minus, add 50,000 to it. You get the result. How much? 3,000. Yes. Check once again. N of A is how much? 28,000. 28,000 plus N of B is how much? 23,000 minus N of A intersection B is 4,000. Okay, and you make this negative. How do you make it negative? Plus or minus, and add 50,000 to it, and you get the result 3,000. So option B is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. X power y into y power x is equal to 16. Guys, if you see, both base and the power are variables. First of all, you segregate this. X power y is equal to 16 into y power minus x. Can I write so? So both the sides, you see, base and the power both are variables. You can apply logarithmic differentiation. I have given you the shortcut for logarithmic differentiation. What it is, guys, it is y into power by base into d by dx of base plus log of base into d by dx of the power. This is a shortcut I have given for logarithmic differentiation. Apply that. See here, y is nothing but x power y only, power by base y by x into d by dx of the base. Base is x, derivative of x is 1, plus log of base. What is the base here? X, into d by dx of the power. Derivative of y is dy by dx, and that is equal to here y will be nothing but 16 into y power minus x only. Now power by base, power is minus x, divided by base is y. Derivative of the base is y, derivative of y is dy by dx. Then plus log of base is y, into derivative of the power, that is minus x, derivative of minus x is minus 1. Now all that you need to do, x power y and 16 y power minus x will get cancelled, because as per this equation they are equal. Yes or no? Now y by x, guys, they have given the values of x and y. Substitute them. Y by x becomes 2 by 2, which is 1, log of 2 into dy by dx, and on the right hand side minus 2 by 2 is minus 1, dy by dx. Log of 2 means minus log of 2, sorry, because plus into minus is minus, minus log of 2. Combine dy by dx terms together. If I take this minus dy by dx, it becomes plus 1 and plus log 2. If I take this plus 1 there, it becomes minus log 2 minus 1. You can take minus outside, so 1 plus log 2. Both the side 1 plus log 2, 1 plus log 2 cancel. So dy by dx is minus 1. Dy by dx is minus 1. Option A is the right answer. Hope it is clear, guys. Moving on to the next question. If x is equal to t square, y is equal to t power 3, then d square y by dx square. Guys, they are asking us to find out d square y by dx square. First of all, find out dy by dx. What is dy by dx, guys? So to get numerator y, you have to differentiate y with respect to t. That means derivative of t cube with respect to t is 3t square. And to get dx, you have to differentiate x with respect to t. That means you get 2t. See, please understand, this dx by dt is nothing but 2t. All right, this is dy by dx. You can keep this as it is. Now one of the t can get cancelled, so this is nothing but 3 by 2 into t. This is dy by dx. Have you understood? Now next, what you need to find out is d square y by dx square. D square y by dx square, you have to differentiate this with respect to x. 3 by 2 is a constant. Derivative of t is what, guys? 1. And derivative of since you are differentiating t with respect to t, you have to write a dt by dx. Dt by dx. Dx by dt is nothing but 2t. So dt by dx is nothing but 1 by 2t. Have you understood? So what will happen? It becomes 3 by 4 into t. Have you understood? Dx by dt is 2t. Obviously dt by dx is nothing but 1 by 2t. So 3 by 2 is already there. 3 by 2 into 1 by 2t, nothing but 3 by 4t. Option B is the right answer. Have you understood? Okay, moving on to the next question, guys. Integration of log x to base c is basically x log x minus x plus c. Which option would give you this? If you observe option B clearly, if I remove the bracket, if I apply property of log m by log n as log m minus log n, log x to base e minus log e to base e plus c, what will happen? X log x to base e minus log e to base e is what? 1 plus c. If I remove the bracket, x log x to base e minus x plus c, that means option B itself is the right answer. Is it clear, everybody? All right, let's move on to the next question. If a set contain n elements, then the total number of proper subsets are, total number of subsets is 2 power n, total number of proper subsets is 2 power n minus 1. So option B is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question, find the next number in the series. If you observe this carefully, 2 to 5 and 5 to 11, 11 to 23 and 23 to 47, you can see 2 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 is 5. Obviously 2 to is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 into 2 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 into 2 is 22 plus 1 is 23. So into 2 is 46 plus 1 is 47. So obviously into 2 plus 1, 47 into 2 is 94. 94 plus 1 is 95. So option B is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. They have given tab is quoted as SZO. You see T becoming S, so minus 1 it is. A becoming Z, that is minus 1. P becoming O, obviously minus 1. So minus 1 pattern. I have to apply the same thing for this. So what is minus 1 for F? It is E. What is minus D for minus 1 for D? It is C. Guys, the first letter is C, E, last letter is C. Which option has got that? So option D is the right answer. You need not check for the other things. You see, first is E, last is E over here. Therefore, it should be option D only the correct answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question, you need to find the odd man out from the following series. Guys, if you observe these numbers, they are very close to the perfect squares. Yes or no? This is 3 square minus 2. This is 5 square minus 2. This is 7 square minus 2. This is 11 square minus 2. What are these numbers? Basically, these numbers are prime number square minus 2. Next prime number is 13 square. 13 square minus 2. If you do 167, you get, but what they have given is 171. So clearly odd man out is 171. If you see the next prime number is 17, 17 square is 289 minus 2 is 287. So the odd man out over here is 171. Moving on to the next question, guys, it's a laddu question. They have given ripple is 613382, life is 8192. It's a letter to a digit coding. So what is the code for P? P is basically third letter, third digit is 3. I is basically second letter, second digit is 1. L is first letter, first digit is 8, again 8. E is last letter, last digit is 2. And R, first letter, first digit is 6. So 318826. So 318826 is option A. Moving on to the next question, guys, they have given pair of letters A, Z, G, T, M, N. If you observe these letters, the forward position of A is 1 and and forward position of Z is 26. If I add 1 plus 26, it is 27. Similarly, the forward position of G is 7. Forward position of T is 20, which is 27. So if you observe the sum of the two letters given, it is definitely 27. So M is 13, N is 14, so it is 27. Y is 25 and B is 2, 27 again. E is 5, V is 22, 27 again. So obviously the two letters that we have to fill within the blanks is with blank spaces, the sum should be 27. If you look at J and H, J is 10, H is 8, so total is 18. It's not the right answer. If you see option B, S is 19, H is 8, 19 plus 8 is 27, so option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, evaluate the following integral. Guys, this is 1 upon x into x power 5 plus 1. Multiply both numerator and denominator by x power 4. If I do that, what will happen? This becomes x power 4 and this x becomes x into x power 4 is x power 5. If I substitute x power 5 plus 1 as t, if I substitute x power 5 plus 1 as t, derivative of x power 5 plus 1 becomes 5x power 4. But I don't have 5x power 4 here, so I have to divide 5, I have to multiply 5 over here. Have you understood the modification that I have done? Now guys, since x power 5 plus 1 is equal to t, obviously t is equal to obviously x power 5 is equal to t minus 1. So what will happen? 1 by 5. Guys, definitely the f dash of x dx will get eliminated in substitution problems, and what is remaining? X power 5 is t minus 1 and x power 5 plus 1 is t. Now it is basically integration by partial fraction. I have given a shortcut for such problems. What is it? First factor is t minus 1, so log t minus 1 plus some constant into log t. Guys, how do I find out the constant for log t minus 1, the coefficient of log t minus 1? Put t is equal to 1. Put t is equal to 1 in this question. If I put t equal to 1, 1 by 1 is 1 itself. I should not put t equal to 1 in t minus 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. So the coefficient of log t minus 1 is 1. Similarly, I have to put t is equal to 0 to find the other coefficient for log t. So obviously, if I put t is equal to 0, excluding this t, 1 divided by 0 minus 1 is 1 by minus 1, which is nothing but minus 1. So this is 1 by 5 log t minus 1 minus log t. So which is 1 by 5 log t minus 1 upon t. Log m minus log n is log m by n. Now finally, what is t minus 1, guys? T minus 1 is x power 5. So therefore, it is log x power 5. What is t? T is nothing but x power 5 plus 1 plus c. That means option B is the right answer. Have you understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Balakrishna is Ritik's neighbor. Balakrishna is Ritik's neighbor. So who is the reference here? Ritik is the reference. So Ritik is the reference. Where is Balakrishna? His house is 200 meters away in the northwest direction. 200 meters away in the northwest direction. Here is Balakrishna. Okay, Balakrishna. Then Jayendra is Ritik's neighbor. So again, for Jayendra, Ritik becomes a reference. Where is his house? His house is located 200 meters away in the southwest direction. Southwest is this. So here is Jayendra. All right. And then Girdhari is Jayendra's neighbor. Jayendra becomes a reference for Girdhari. Where is Girdhari? 200 meters away in southeast direction. Here is Girdhari. And what next? Ritik is Girdhari's neighbor and his house is located 200 meters away in the northeast direction. Guys, it should not be Ritik actually, it should be someone else, because you can see Girdhari and Ritik are exactly in line. I have a doubt that Ritik is not Girdhari's neighbor. In place of Ritik, there should be someone else. If you assume this Ritik as someone else as X, let's say, in that case, what they're asking is, where is the position of Ritik's house in relation to Balakrishna? See, it's not Ritik actually, it is X, because they have given both Ritik only. Both cannot be Ritik. In both the cases, if you assume X from Balakrishna, where is X? Downwards and right, so southeast. Even if you consider this Ritik also, Ritik is definitely southeast. So answer is option A is the right answer. In relation to Balakrishna, Ritik's house is southeast. Moving on to the next question, Ajay stands on his head. Guys, I told you how to solve the questions on standing on head. First of all, solve the question as though the person is standing on his feet only, then reverse the answer finally. So first of all, we are assuming as though he is standing on his feet, is facing towards the north. If he faces towards the north, right hand is east and left hand is west. But now the question I've asked is left hand points in which direction? As per standing on feet, left hand points in west, but you have to reverse. The reason why we are reversing is standing on his head, so west becomes east. So whatever the figure that I have drawn, it is standing on feet point of view. So for left hand, obviously west it is, but we have to reverse it to east for standing on head point of view. I have discussed this in the marathon videos. Yes or no? Now moving on to the next question. One morning after sunrise, A and B were talking to each other very closely at facing face to face actually at the crossing point. If B's shadow fell exactly to the right of A, please understand guys, for any person's shadow to fall on any person's right or left, those two people should be definitely facing north and south. For the shadow to fall in front or behind, those two people must be facing east or west, east and west. So obviously here shadow is falling on the right hand side or left hand side, means those two people must be facing north south. So please understand, it is the shadow of B's shadow is falling exactly on the right side of A, right of A. So whichever person is facing south, for that person only right side is west, because you know the sun is on the east during sunrise. Obviously the shadow will fall on the western side only. For which person the western side is right side? The one who is facing south. So definitely A is facing south. Then because the shadow of B is falling on the right side of exactly right of A. So if A is facing south, then only right becomes west, and obviously B should be facing north. The question is which direction B was facing. B was facing north. Have you understood? Because the shadow is falling to the right of A. To the right of A means A is facing south. Obviously right of A is this side. The shadow definitely falls on the western side. Moving on to the next question. In a multi-story building, on one floor there are 6 flats, 2 rows facing east and west. It's like this, 2 rows facing east and west. Now what we have to see is these are the 3 flats and 3 flats over here. They are facing east and west like this. Clear? Now we have to locate them. How? B gets an east facing flat. So east facing flat means definitely here, this side, right? B gets a east facing flat. I'm going to locate first of all where are, which are east facing flat and which are the west facing flat. B gets the east facing flat, okay? Then which is not next to D. It could be second next to B. We don't know. Let's say assuming B is here and D is over here, the satisfying what? B is not next to D. And they've said D and F get diagonally opposite. If D is here, F should be west facing, because diagonally opposite means these two. Have you understood? Next, A gets a west facing flat and E gets a east facing flat. Obviously E should be in between B and D. A gets a west facing flat. All right, whose flat is between A and F? Guys, A gets us west facing flat. They're asking whose flat is between A and F. We got to know that A and F are west facing flats. So obviously the flat between A and F should be what? Obviously, which is remaining? A, B, C. C is remaining. So the question is whose flat is between A and F? So C's flat is only between A and F. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. 6 persons A, B, C, D, E, F are sitting in a straight line. B is between F and D. This question I have discussed in the marathon videos. Yes or no? B is between F and D. E is between A and C. Guys, there are 2 statements having equal weightage. B is sitting between F and D and E is sitting between A and C. It's your wish which one you want to start first. Let me take B is between F and D. Guys, who is on the left of B and who is on the right of B? We don't know. Let me take it as F on the left and D on the right. You can even interchange the positions also. These 3 people will definitely sit together, and the other 3 people out of total 6 people are there. These 3 people sit together, and other 3 people are B is between F and D. That is done. Other 3 people are E is between A and C. E is between A and C. Guys, they have given a condition that A does not stand next to F or D. So I cannot place A over here or A over here. C does not stand next to D. C does not stand next to D means C can stand next to F. Correct? C does not stand next to D means C can stand next to F. Between A and C, who sits? E sits. So that means these are the 6 positions of the 6 people A, B, C, D, E and F. The question they have asked is F is between which of the following of the 2 following persons? So F is between B and C. So that means option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The question says that in a school cultural committee meeting, 4 girls, Deepthi, Aruna, Chandra, Bindu, and 4 boys, Gautam, Fanish, Harendra, Ishan, are sitting in a circle around a table. So it's a circular table basically. It's a circular table. Total how many people are there? 8 people are there. So divide the circle into 8 parts. Divide the circle into 8 parts. Now, no 2 girls or boys are sitting side by side. That means between 2 girls, 1 boy. Between 2 boys, 1 girl. Guys, Chandra, who is sitting between Gautam and Ishan, is facing Deepthi. So sure one here is what? Chandra is facing Deepthi. Let me place Chandra over here and Deepthi over here. Okay, now Chandra is between which two people? Ishan and Gautam. We don't know who is on the left and who is on the right. Let me place Ishan over here. It could be wrong also. And Gautam over here. Chandra is between Ishan and Gautam. Done. Now Fanish is between Deepthi and Aruna and facing Gautam. Who is facing Gautam? Fanish. So Fanish should be here. Punish is between which two people? Deepthi and Aruna. Already Deepthi is on this side and Aruna should be over here. Is it clear? And the other two people remaining. Harendra is to the right of Bindu. Guys, if I position Bindu here, Harendra will be definitely right of Bindu, satisfied. So that means all 8 positions have been marked correctly. Now the question is, identify the person who is whom Ishan is facing. Ishan is facing Harendra. So that means option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. The question is Kiran put her timepiece on the table in such a way that 6 p.m. The time is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. means the hour hand is at 6 and the minute hand is at 12. And they've said that the R end points east. East is basically R end. Okay. Obviously, west is this side. The question is, in which direction the minute hand will be at 9:30? Right, guys, at 9:30, the minute hand will be exactly at 6. 6 is definitely east facing. Yes or no? 6 is east facing and 12 is west facing. So at 9:30, definitely minute hand will be at 6. But this is 6 p.m. actually. This is to determine where is east. East is definitely towards 6. At 9:30 p.m. Definitely the R end will be between 9 and 10. Between 9 and 10 and R end between 9 and 10. It means, let's say, here, and minute hand will be at 30. This is 9, this is 10, between 9 and 10. So that means definitely minute hand will be facing which direction? 6 basically means east. So the answer for this question is option C. Moving on to the next question, question number 29. For 29 and 30, it's the same figure that we have to look into. Guys, what is the question? Read the following information carefully. To answer the questions given below. 6 persons B, C, D, M, J and K are split into 2 groups of each 3 are made to stand in 2 rows in such a way that the person in one row is exactly facing the person in the other row. So that means they are in 2 different rows. Okay, M is not at the end of any row. That, guys, they have not given north facing or south facing. You can take anywhere you wish. Okay, M is not at the end of any rows. That means M should be at the middle of any row. Let me take M over here, guys, and they've said that and is to the right of J. M is to the right of J means J should be to the left of M is to the right of J means J should be to the left. Guys, if you want to avoid this confusion and basically understand these, I mean, this is facing south, this is facing north. Obviously, right becomes left and left becomes right. To avoid that confusion, you can take up M at the bottom positions only. That means north facing only. M is not at the any ends means M is at the middle, and M is to the right of J, so J should be over here. And then what else? Who is facing C? Who is facing C? J is facing C because who refers to second person. So J is facing C. What next? K is to the left of D. Who is facing M? K is actually facing M. Or D means who refers to the second person. D is only facing M. So D should be here and K to the left of D. Guys, please understand, K is seem to be right of D, but their point of view, definitely K is left of D only because these 3 people are facing south. And who is the only person remaining? B is the only person remaining. The question is, which of the following persons are in the same row? J, B, M are in the same row. That means B, M, J. Option B is the right answer. Clear? Next question, who is to the immediate left of B? Immediate left of B is M. Option A. Have you understood? Immediate left of B is M. Guys, please be very mindful of what? Careful of who are north facing and who are south facing. All right. Next question. A is B's father. A should be above B. A is B's father. C is B's mother. C is B's mother means obviously wife to A. Correct? Then only C is B's mother. D is C's son. D should be below C, and son means male. E is A's mother. E is A's mother, so above A, E is. Then how is A related to D? A related to D. To D, A is mother's husband, that is father only. Option D is the answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The question is, pointing to a man in the photograph, a woman said. Guys, this kind of questions I have discussed is a type 2 questions in blood relations. Okay, so within the quotes, it's about within the quotes. Within the quotes means he or she refers to this reference person, me refers to the speaker. Guys, how to solve such questions without the figure is, read the last part of it. Only son of my grandfather. Who is only son of my grandfather? Is either my father or my uncle, right? My father, only son of my grandfather is either my father or my uncle. Correct? My father or my uncle. Guys, the father of his brother is nothing but his father only. His brother's father is his father. His father is my father. If his father is my father, he is my brother. Yes or no? If his father is my father also, he is my brother. Who is me actually here? Me refers to the speaker. The speaker is a woman. So woman is sister to the, he means who? The man. Woman is a sister to the man. The question, that is what they have asked. How is the woman related to the man? See, as per the option, only sister is there. You can tick that as the answer. But suppose if only son of my grandfather, if he is my uncle, then this man will be my cousin. Understood? So there are two possibilities. He could be my uncle or it could be my father. If he is my father, his father and my father are one and the same. So in that case, the woman is a sister to the man. Suppose if whatever I have encircled here, the only son of my grandfather is my uncle, in that case, he is my uncle's son. Obviously, he is my cousin. Cousin is not there in the option. So option B is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. During an interview, 7 applicants sitting in a row are awaiting for their turn. Chandresh is sitting to the left of Kuldeep but on the right of Deeksha. Chandresh is to the left of Kuldeep, on to the right of Deeksha. So Chandresh, they are talking about. Chandresh is left of whom? Left of Kuldeep. Leave a space and mark because there could be someone sitting between Chandresh and Kuldeep. We don't know. And but refers to which person? First person only, to the right of Deeksha. That means Deeksha is to the left of Chandresh. That means Chandresh is right of Deeksha. Reshma is sitting to the right of Kuldeep. Reshma to the left, right of Kuldeep. So leave a gap and mark Reshma. And then Priyanka is sitting to the right of Gayatri but to the left of Deeksha. But refers to first person. First person is Priyanka. So Priyanka is left of Deeksha. Priyanka is left of Deeksha. And then Priyanka is sitting to the right of Gayatri. So Gayatri should be to the left of Priyanka. Then only Priyanka is to the right of Gayatri. How many people I have marked? 6 people. Only one person is remaining. Himani is sitting to the left of Gayatri. So Himani should be to the left of Gayatri. What's the question? The person sitting in the middle must be. Middle is Deeksha. Yes or no? So the answer is option B. Guys, moving on to the next question. P is the son of Q. P is the son of Q. So how do you mark? Below Q, P should be son means male. Q and R are sister. Q and R are sisters to one another. T is the mother of R. So T is the mother of R means T should be above R. S is son of T. S is son of T means a sibling to Q and R. Correct? S is son of T means obviously sibling to Q and R. How is S related to P? S related to P. To P, who is S? Mother. Q is a mother to P. Mother's brother is S, so maternal uncle. So option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Sandhya is a daughter-in-law of Shailesh. So first of all, Shailesh. Daughter-in-law means obviously Shailesh's son. Son's wife is Sandhya. Understood? Sandhya is daughter-in-law of Shailesh and sister-in-law of Rajan. Sister-in-law of Rajan means obviously Sandhya's husband's brother is only Rajan. Then only Sandhya becomes a sister-in-law. Clear, huh? And then Manak is the son of Shailesh and the only brother of Rajan. So clearly Rajan is the son to Shailesh. So only brother to Rajan is Manak only. That means Manak only has to be a husband to Sandhya. Now question is, how is Sandhya related to Manak? To Manak, Sandhya is wife. Option D is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The secondary data is collected by observation method, interview method, mail questionnaire method are basically primary data methods. So option A, international source like World Bank is secondary data, right? The important source of secondary data. Moving on to the next question. Exit polls are examples of which of the method of collecting data? Very good. It is random sampling. You are not going to ask each and everybody who have voted. You take a sample and you are going to do the survey only for the sample. Yes or no? Guys, moving on to the next question. This kind of question I have solved almost a similar kind of a question in the marathon. A family consists of 6 members, P, Q, R, S, T, U. There are 2 married couple. Q is a doctor and father of T. Q is a doctor and father. Father means male. Father of whom? T. So T should be below. U is a grandfather of R and is a contractor. U is a grandfather of R. We cannot locate U and R as of now. S is a grandmother of T. S is a grandmother of T means obviously Q's mother. Correct? S is a grandmother of T and is a housewife. So S is a housewife. All right. Now guys, U is a grandfather of R means obviously R should be a sibling to T. Then U becomes the husband and U is a contractor because there are 2 married couple. There are 2 married couple. So S and U must be married couple, right? And what else they have said? There is 1 doctor. So 1 doctor is already there. 1 contractor. 1 contractor is already there. 1 professor. Who should be that professor? Definitely wife of Q. Correct? Wife of Q. Who could be that professor? Who is the remaining person? P is the remaining person. So P only has to be the professor. Understood? Question is, and 2 students in the family, obviously T and R are only the 2 students in the family. Find who is the husband of P. Husband of P is Q. Option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. What is the range of the data set? Range of the data set is basically difference between the highest and the lowest values in the data set. Option A is the right answer. A series in which the frequencies are continuously added corresponding to each class interval in the series is called as a cumulative frequency series. Have you understood? Frequency keeps adding, right? The ogive can be used for making. Guys, using ogive, can you make any projection? Definitely projections are not possible. It is for making group frequency distribution only. Understood? 42nd question. Numerical data presented in the descriptive form are called as guys, numerical data presented in a descriptive form. Obviously, it is a textual presentation. Moving on to the next question. The distribution of commuters coming to a metro station from early morning hours to peak morning hours follows which type of the frequency curve? Guys, early morning hours and peak morning hours, it reaches minimum to maximum. So minimum to maximum. So obviously it is definitely it follows what? The bell shape. Option A is the answer. In the class interval of a certain data, guys, I have discussed this question in the marathon where the same kind of question, same question actually, in fact, yes or no. If the class interval of the certain data 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, then the first class boundary is see, first class boundary they are asking. So obviously these classes are inclusive classes. So you have to convert them into exclusive to find the boundaries. So 9.5 and 14.5, that is option A is the right answer. What is the purpose of stratified random sampling? So guys, stratified random sampling means dividing the given set of data into number of groups, and from each group randomly you choose a data. So that is option B, to divide the population into subgroups and randomly choose a sample from each subgroup. That is stratified sampling. I have discussed this in the marathon. Yes or no, guys? The mean of a group of X is 70 and the mean of group of Y is 85. The number of observation in group Y is 5 times the number of observation in X. Guys, number of observations of Y, I can take it as number of observations of Y, I can take it as Y. Number of observations of X, I can take it as 1, because that is N2. This is N1. N1 is 1, then N2 becomes 5, because it is 5 times. Guys, they are asking us to find the combined mean. What's the formula? N1 x1 bar plus N2 x2 bar divided by N1 plus N2. Take your calculator. What is N1? N1 is 1 into x1 bar is 70 plus M plus N2 is how much? 5 into x2 bar is 85. M plus MRC divided by N1 plus N2. 5 plus 1 is 6. And the result is 82.5. This is the combined mean. Option D is the answer. Guys, you need not express 5 times of, N2 is 5 times of N1 as in terms of X, because ultimately the numerator and denominator, even if you express in terms of X also, the X will get cancelled. So why I took N1 as 1 and N2 as X. Even if you have taken N1 as X and N2 as 5X, you will still end up getting the same answer only. Ultimately, then in the numerator and denominator, X and X will get cancelled. You get 82.5 only. Next question, guys. The median of the following group distribution, I have said, could be a possible question. When I explain questions and in marathon, I have solved a question like this, yes or no. And guys, to find the median for a continuous group data, first of all, you need to find LCF. What are the LCF? 8 plus 30, 38 plus 40, 78 plus 12, 90, 90 plus 10 is 100. What is this 100? Capital N. So first of all, find out N by 2, which is 50. Mark the CF, which is just less than 50. Which CF is just less than 50? 38. And the class next to it is the median class. So 20 is L1 and 30 is L2, and the frequency of that class is F. Now, what is median? Median is L1 plus N by 2 minus CF upon F into C. So N by 2 is how much? 50 minus, first of all, whatever within the bracket, minus CF is 38 divided by F is 40 into C. What is the length of the median class? 30 minus 20 is 10. C is 10 plus L1 is how much? 20, and the result is 23. So option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. What type of a data is most appropriate for representing using pie chart? Definitely it is categorical data. 49th question. For moderately skewed distribution, which of the following relationship holds? For moderately skewed distribution, mean minus mode is equal to 3 times mean minus median. It's a straight question. I have discussed this in the marathon. Yes or no? What is the coefficient of range for the observations? Guys, first of all, find the range. For finding the range, you have to locate the highest value and the least value. Highest value, that is largest value, is 60. Least value is 20. Yes or no? Least value, smallest value is 20. So coefficient of range is L minus S divided by L plus S into 100. So 60 minus 20 is 40. 60 plus 20 is 80 into 100. So it's 1 by 2 into 100, which is 50. So option A is the right answer. Highest minus lowest divided by highest plus the lowest. 60 minus 20, 40. 60 plus 20, 80. So which is 50. Which of the following, in which of the following there is no impact of presence of extreme observation? Definitely, guys, it's quartile deviation, because standard deviation depends upon all observation. Range is nothing but difference between the extreme values only. Variance, if standard deviation depends upon all observation, variance also depends upon all observations. If each observation of a set is divided by 10, then the standard deviation of the new observation. Guys, divided or multiplied means change of scale. So by doing change of scale, SD will definitely change. Only by shift of origin, SD will not change. So if you divide each observation by 10, even SD also gets divided by 10. So new SD is going to be 1/10 of the standard deviation of the original observations. Option A is the right answer. If the mean and median of a moderately skewed asymmetrical series, 70.8 and 68.6, this is mean and this is median. What we need to find out is mode. What's the relationship between mean, median, mode? It is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So that means 3 into median is 68.6 M plus, positive value M plus, 2 into X bar is 70.8, it's a negative value, M minus MRC. You get 64.2, that is mode. Option A is the right answer. Guys, the next question, 54th question, it is to find quartile deviation. Find quartile deviation. First of all, to find the quartile deviation QD, we need Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Correct? So that means for finding out quartile for discrete group data, you need LCF. Same like median, right? 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 8 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, 18 plus 1 is 19. What is this? Capital N. So to find out Q3, it is 3 by 4 into capital N plus 1, the whole value. Yes or no? N plus 1 is 20, 20 into 3, 60 by 4 is 15. So 15th value. So that means CF should be just less than 15. So which one should be just more than 15? So which one should be marked as CF? More than 15 is 18. So X value corresponding to that will be the third quartile, Q3. Similarly, for Q1, what is Q1, guys? 1 by 4 into capital N plus 1, which is nothing but 1/3 of 15, which is 1/3 of 15 is fifth value. Fifth value means CF should be just more than 5, that means 6. So this is the CF for Q1, and the corresponding X value is Q1. Now we need Q3 minus Q1 by 2. So Q3 is 5, 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So quartile deviation is 1. Option B is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. Which of the following pairs of the events are mutually exclusive? Mutually exclusive means they cannot occur together, yes or no, or simultaneously. The student studies in a school, he studies geography. It's possible, right? Both the events are possible at the same time. Archana was born in India. She is a fine lawyer. So obviously this is also possible. Two events occurring simultaneously is possible. Now Sita is, these two events possible, right? Sita is 16 years old. She is a good folk dancer. Obviously possible, right? 16 years old girl can be a folk dancer. Imran is under 15 years of age. He is a voter of Delhi. Guys, in India, to vote, obviously the minimum age should be 18, right? 18 or more than 18. So these two events are mutually exclusive. These two occurring simultaneously is not possible. So option D is the right answer. Which one holds correct for any two events A and B? Guys, A minus B means only A. Only A formula I have discussed. What is it? P of A minus P of A intersection B. P of A minus P of A intersection B. That means option D is the right answer. Have you understood? The standard deviation of the series 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Guys, if you observe these observation, if I divide each of the observation by 3, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at these observations, guys, if you look at these observation, there are the first 5 natural numbers. SD of first 5 natural numbers is n square minus 1 by 12. SD of first n natural numbers. How many natural numbers? 5 natural numbers. So 25 minus 1, 24. 24 by 12 is 2. So root 2. Guys, but yes, this root 2 is SD for these observation. If I want to get SD for these observation, how do I get these observation from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I have to multiply 3. So SD is 3 into root 2. So type 2, press the root into 3, you get the answer 4.2426. So option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. A box contains shoe pairs of the same pattern of different sizes numbered from 1 to 12. What are the numbers? 1 to 12. If a shoe pair is selected at random, what is the probability that the number on the shoe pair will be a multiple of 5 or multiples of 6? So how many events are there? 2 events. Multiple of 5 is one event. Multiple of 6 is another event. So what separates the two events? Or A union B. Or means union, right? So P of A union B is what you need to find. So P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. What is P of A? A for multiple of 5. Guys, from 1 to 12, how many multiples of 5 are there? Only 2, 5 and 10. So 2 out of 12. Now what is B? Multiples of 6. From 1 to 12, how many multiples of 6 are there? 2, which are 6 and 12. Correct? So 2 by 12. Now A intersection B means multiple of 5 as well as multiple of 6. From 1 to 12, there is no number which is multiple of 5 as well as multiple of 6, because LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. So there is no number. That means A intersection B is 0. So this becomes 4 by 12, which is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means 0.33. Option A is the right answer. 2 cards are drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards. The probability of getting either both the red cards or both king's cards. So both red cards is A, both king cards is B. What separates the two events? Or means union. So P of A union B is what we are asked to find. Guys, first of all, A for both the red card, both are red cards. So tell me in total red color cards are how many? 26. From 26 only we have to select those two favorable outcomes. Yes or no? Because numerator represents favorable outcomes. Guys, the formula for this is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. P of A is N of A by N of S. N of S is what? From 52 cards, you have to select 2 cards. That is N of S. N of A is favorable outcome because you have to select them from red cards only. So 26C2 plus P of B, both king cards. How many kings are there? 4 cards are there. From 4, you have to select those 2 cards divided by 52C2. Divided by 52C2. Minus, guys, A intersection B. So how many red colored cards are kings? There are 2 red colored cards which are kings. So from those 2 cards only we have to select 2. That is P of A intersection B divided by 52C2. Guys, all 52C2 denominators are same. Just solve the numerators first of all. What is it? 26C2. So 26 into 25 divided by 2 m plus 4C2. 4 into 3 divided by 2 m plus 2C2 is 1, so 1 m minus MRC. So 330 is the numerator. Now 52C2 you have to solve. 52 into 51 divided by 2, you get 52 into 51 divided by 2, you get 1326. So 330 divided by 1326 and the result is how much? 52C2. 52 into 51 divided by 2. It is 1326. How about the numerator? What's the value of the numerator? 26C2. So 26C2, 26 into 25 divided by 2 m plus 4C2 is how much? 4 into 3 divided by 2 m plus and then 2C2 is 1 m minus MRC. So it is 330 only. Denominator is 52 into 51 divided by 2. It is 1326. And the result is 330 divided by 1326. You get 0.2488. So option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The probability of success of 3 students in CA foundation exam are 1 by 5, 1 by 4, 1 by 3 respectively. Guys, obviously they are independent events, right? So if one student passes, can you say other student also will pass or will not pass? So obviously they are independent events. Probability that at least 2 students pass. At least 2 means 2 or more. So 2 students passing means A can pass, B can pass, C failing. This is 2 student cases. A passes, C passes, B fails. This is possible. Or B passing, C passing, A failing. Right? This is possible. This is for 2 events. And for 3 is P of A into P of B into P of C. At least 2 means any 2 passing and all the 3 passing. So we have to take all these cases. P of A is how much? 1 divided by 5 into P of B is how much? 1 divided by 4 into P of C dash. P of C is 1 by 3. So P of C dash is 2 by 3. 2 divided by 3 m plus. Next, consider the second case. P of A is how much? 1 divided by 5 into P of C is how much? 1 divided by 3 into P of B dash is how much? P of B is 1 by 4, B dash is 3 divided by 4 m plus. Next, it is third case, P of B. P of B is 1 divided by 4 into P of C, 1 divided by 3 into P of A dash. P of A is 1 by 4, A dash is 4 by 5. P of A is 1 by 5, so P of A dash is 1 by 4 by 5 m plus. Next, finally, multiplication of all. 1 divided by 5 into 1 divided by 4 into 1 divided by 3 m plus MRC. So you get how much? 1 by 6. Option C is the right answer. 0.1666. You want me to explain once again? Yes? Okay. Please concentrate. This is P of A, this is P of B, and this is P of C. So at least 2 students will pass means 2 students or more than 2 students. 2 students passing means P of A, P of B, P of C dash, correct? Plus P of B, P of C, P of A dash, plus P of A, P of C, P of B dash. These two represent 2 students passing, or all the 3 students passing also should be considered. So what to do? P of A. P of A is how much? 1 divided by 5 into P of B 1 divided by 4 into P of C dash 2 divided by 3 m plus. Next, P of B into P of C 1 divided by 4 into 1 divided by 3 into P of A dash 4 divided by 5 m plus. P of A into P of C. P of A is 1 divided by 5. P of C is 1 divided by 3 into P of B dash. B is 1 by 4. B dash is 3 divided by 4 m plus. Next, finally this 1 divided by 5 into 1 divided by 4 into 1 divided by 3 m plus MRC. So 0.1666, that means option C is the right answer. As P of A given, P of B given, P of A dash plus P of B dash is asked. What is P of A dash, guys? The complementary of this is 0.35. What is P of B dash, guys? Complementary of 0.15, which is 0.85. So add this, you get 1.2. So option B is the right answer. Have you understood? Right. 8 laborers are working at a construction site with the following wages for each day of working. If one of the worker is selected at random, what is the probability that his wage will be less than the average wage? First of all, average wage is how much? Sum of all this divided by 8. So 500 plus 620 plus 400 plus 700 plus 450 plus 560 plus 320 plus 450 divided by 8, because 8 people, so you get 500. Average is 500. Now how many people are there whose average is less than 500? That's what we need to find out. So 320, 450 less than 500, 450 less than 500, 400 less than 500. So there are 4 people out of 8 people. So 4 by 8 is 0.5. Option C is the answer. Probability. Next question, guys, the same question I have discussed in the marathon. X and Y are the 2 independent normal variables. They are asking the parameters of x plus y. That means mu1 plus mu2, then sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square. They are not asking the variance, they are asking standard deviation. If you see all the options, it is standard deviation. Therefore, standard deviation is sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square. So this is mu1, this is mu2, sigma 1 and sigma 2. So mu1 plus mu2 is 22, sigma 1 plus sigma 1 square plus sigma 2 square is 3 square plus 4 square 25, root 25 is 5. So 22 and 5, that means option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The number of accidents in a year attributed to taxi drivers in a locality follows the Poisson's distribution with the average 2. So M is equal to 2 they have given. Out of 500 taxi drivers of that area, what is the number of drivers with least 3 accidents? Least 3 accidents means x greater than or equal to 3. Convert this into less than 1 minus p of x less than 3. What are the possible value for p of x less than 3? So x equal to 0, x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. Correct? X equal to 2. Now Poisson's distribution, what is p of x? E power m power x by x factorial. You see in all the p of x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, e power minus m is common. I shall take that out, e power minus m. So in the first term, m power 0 by 0 factorial remaining. For the second term, m power 1 by 1 factorial. For the third term, m square by 2 factorial. Guys, what is the result of this? 1 by e power 2, because minus 2 becomes plus 2 in the denominator. So first term is 1, second term is 2 by 1 is 2, third term is 2 square is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. Guys, first of all, solve e square. E value is, they have given 2.718. Type 2.718. If not given, 72 approximately. Yes or no? Take the square of it into equal. Then take it up. How do you take it up? Divide equal. And then multiply with the result of this, which is 5. Then how do you make it negative? Plus or minus. Then add 1 to it. You get 0.3231. Okay, this is the probability that the number of drivers at least what is the number of drivers with at least 3 accidents. So this is the probability. Now what we need to find out is the number of people. So 500 into this probability we have to do. So what is the result? 161.59. So nearest answer is 162. Option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. In a class of 100 students, the mean marks with 50 with standard deviation 114.9, assuming the distribution of normal distribution, number of students who obtained more than 70%. More than 70% means convert that into less than 1 minus probability of x less than or equal to 70. Guys, you have to change it to the standard normal distribution. X becomes z. 70 minus 50 is 20 divided by sigma 14.9, because z is nothing but mu, x minus mu by sigma. So you have to subtract the 70 with mu divided by sigma. 70 minus 50 is 20, sigma is 14.9. So you get 1.3428. So guys, please understand the meaning of this is area up to 1.34, which is nothing but 1 minus 0.5 plus 1 up to 1.34. the area is given as 0.4099. Guys, up to 1.34 means from minus infinity to 1.34. From minus infinity to 0 the area is 0.5. From 0 to 1.34 they have given the area. Just add it. So 0.5 plus 0.4099, make it negative, plus or minus, add 1 to it, you get 0.0901. 0.0901. Now we have to find the number of people. So total number of people are 100 into 100 you get 9. Option B is the answer. Is it clear? 0.5 plus 0.4099, make it negative. 0.5 plus 0.4099 equal to, then make it negative, then add 1. 0.0901, then into 100, because the probability is 0.0901. You have to find the number of people, so you have to multiply 100. So 9.01. So option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. It says what sort of a distribution? It's a Poisson distribution. P of x equal to 1 is equal to P of x equal to 2. P of x equal to 1 is equal to P of x equal to 2. It's a Poisson distribution. So e power minus m power x by x factorial. So e power minus m power 1 by 1 factorial is equal to e power minus m power 2 by 2 factorial. Both the sides e power minus m will get cancelled. M power 1 cancel. So therefore m is equal to 2 factorial is 2. 2 by 1 is 2 only. So the value of the mean is 2. Option A is the right answer. The quartile deviation of a normal distribution with the mean of 10 and standard deviation is 4. Guys, standard deviation is 4. Obviously quartile deviation, relationship between SD, MD, QD. 2 SD equal to 2.5 MD equal to 3 QD. Guys, this kind of questions also we have discussed. Yes or no? Even 66. All varieties we have discussed in the marathon. Yes or no? So just that we have to equate this to, so obviously 2 divided by 3 SD is equal to QD. We are given with SD. So SD is 4. 4 into 2 divided by 3, it's 2.666. Nearer to 2.666 is 2.7. Option A is the right answer. Guys, in case of insurance companies, profits and the number of claims. Profit and number of claims. Guys, if the profit is more, for the insurance company, number of claims should be less. Yes or no? If the profit is more, number of claims should be less, then only the profit made by the insurance company will be more. That means if one is more, the other one is the less. That means it is a negative correlation. If both are in the same direction, it is positive correlation. Guys, the variance of two variables x and y are 16 and 25, and covariance between x and y is 18.5. They're asking us to find the correlation coefficient between u and v. First of all, correlation coefficient between RXY you have to find out. What is it? COV of x comma y divided by SX into SY. What is COV of x comma y given? 18.5. Standard deviation of x. Variance of x is 16, standard deviation is 4. Variance of y is 25, standard deviation is 5. So it's basically 18.5 divided by 20. So it is 0.925. That is correlation coefficient between x and y. Guys, they have separated u and x term, v and y terms. Observe the sign of x and sign of y in both the equation, they are same. If the sign of x and sign of y in x, u and v equations are same, then ruv will be equal to rxy, both in terms of magnitude and the sign, which is 0.925 itself. Option D. Guys, which of the following statement is correct? Guys, there is a mistake in the question, in this options actually. The mistake being both regression coefficient must be less than unity. I guess instead of both, the product of both regression coefficients must be less than or equal to unity. That should have been the option. Or otherwise, option B, regression coefficients are independent of origin but dependent on scale. So out of these two options, any one of these two options is correct, but the thing is there is a mistake. So both the regression coefficient must be less than unity. It's not necessary that if one regression coefficient is less than unity, the other one can be more than unity. That is possible, yes or no? So it's not that both regression coefficients are less than unity. So definitely this doesn't satisfy. Regression coefficients are independent of origin. Of course, yes, but dependent on the scale. So obviously this is not the right answer. The regression lines of the two independent variables are parallel to each other. Not necessarily. Okay. Two regression lines are coincide means obviously they shows perfect positive correlation, but they have said no correlation. That means all options are incorrect. In my knowledge, option B should have been the answer, but they should have given this regression coefficients are independent of origin but dependent on scale. That is missing actually. Otherwise, if option A is correct, then the missing word actually in option A is the product of both regression coefficient must be less than unity. So that's the mistake in the question. So please do comment about this. But whichever you take, you should be getting the marks because there is a mistake. 71. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the limit of the two regression coefficients? Limit of two regression coefficient, is it no limit? No, right? The product of them, the product of the regression coefficient must be numerically less than, or even it could be equal to unity also. So option D. One is positive, other is negative, impossible. If one is positive, other also must be positive. Must be positive? No, both can be negative, both can be positive also. So option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. During the certain period the cost of living index goes up from 110 to 200 and the salary of a worker is also raised from 330 to 500, then in real terms the raise in salary is effectively, guys, if you want to find whether there is a gain or a loss, you have to find the real wages. So what is real wages? Real wages is current wages by current CPI, current wages by current CPI into base CPI. What is current wages given? 500. Current CPI given 200. Base CPI given is 110. So real wages comes out to be 500 divided by 330. Sorry, 200. 500 divided by 200 into 110. The result is 275. So real wages comes out to be 275. That is comparable with the base year wages. So 275 minus 330, if you do, you get minus 55. That means there's a loss of 55 rupees. There's a loss of 55 rupees. That means the nearest answer is option D. Loss by 55 rupees actually, but the nearest answer only we can take loss by 50. Which of the following test of adequacy is concerned with the measurement of price changes over a period of years when it is desirable to shift the base? Guys, whenever it is desirable to shift the base, obviously circular test is the one. Of course, in time reversal test also the base will be shifted. Time reversal test says P01 into P10 is equal to 1. But in circular test, 0, 1, 2, you can extend this for any number of years. So P01, P12, P20. So predominantly the shifting of base happens in circular test than the time reversal test. So option C is the right answer. The consumer price index for the year 2023 is 273 with the 2010 as the base year. They haven't given the base year CPI. So base year CPI taken as 100. The average monthly salary wages of the industrial worker in year 2023 is 8190. This is the current wages actually. What is the real wage? Guys, real wages is basically what? Current wages 8190, current CPI 273 into base CPI. If not given, take it as 100. So 8190 divided by 273 into 100. So how much it is? 3000. So option B is the right answer. Time reversal test is satisfied by satisfied by Fishers and Marshalls. Among the given option, only Fishers is there, so Fishers is the right answer. The value index is equal to, guys, sum of the current year values divided by base year, sum of the base year values. So correct answer is the total sum of the values of a given year divided by the sum of the values of the base year. So summation V1 by summation V0. 77th question. The mean proportional between these two. Guys, how do you find the mean proportional? Mean proportional is obtained by taking root of A into, so if say this is A and this is C, mean proportional is B. So B is equal to root of A into C. First of all, find 12 into 27, press equal, press the root, it is 18. And x square, y square, if you take out after the root, if you take x square into y square out of the root, it becomes xy. So B value is 18 xy. Is it clear? Guys, the next question. Please observe 256. Look at the base of the inner log. It is 4. How do I write 256 in terms of 4? It is 4 power 4. Very good. So 4 power 4. So in place of 256, only 4 remains. The power will become a multiplier. But 4 is not a the prime number, because the base associated with this log is 2. So how do I write 4? 2 square. But the power 2 comes over here. So log 2 to base 2, log 2 to base 2 is 1, log 2 to base 2 is 1, log 4 to base 4 is 1. So the first term will reduce to 1. Have you understood? Basically 256, log 256 is written as log 4 power 4 to the base 4 and log 2 and then log 2 to the, one second, let me write it over here, log of 4 power 4 to the base 4 to the base 2 to the base 2. This 4 becomes a multiplier. This 4 becomes a multiplier, but look at the base here, 2. So how do I write 4? 2 square. The power 2 over here will become a multiplier here. Log 2 to base 2 is 1, log 2 to base 2 is 1, log 4 to base 4 is 1. That means 1 into 1 into 1 is 1. Now guys, this 2 will become a power. That means log 2 to the power 2. To the base root 2. How do I write 2 in terms of base root 2? Obviously, it is root 2 whole power 2. Already power 2 is there, it becomes 4. Now you can see the base and the power are the same. First of all, take this 4 outside. So 1 plus 4. Log root 2 to the base root 2 is 1, and the result is 1 plus 4 is 5. Option C is the right answer. Guys, next question. You can see the powers are in cyclic order. Yes or no? The powers are in cyclic order. The resultant power x power 0 is equal to 1. So option D is the answer. If you want, you can just work it out. B minus C is the result of this whatever within the bracket. B plus C minus A. Into x power c minus a into c plus a minus b into x power a minus b into a plus b minus c. If I remove the bracket, guys, if I combine this two and this as separately, b minus c into b plus c is b square minus c square, b square minus c square. Then b minus c into a is minus ab plus ac, right? Similarly, x power c square minus a square minus ca plus minus ca plus ab, correct? Ca plus ab. And then last term, x power a square minus b square minus ab minus what it is? C square minus a square minus bc, actually minus cb actually here. Here it's going to be minus cb, right? And how about the last term? A minus b into c is minus ac plus bc. Now what will happen? Minus cb plus bc cancel, b square minus b square plus b square plus a square minus a square. So all these powers will get cancelled. Minus ab will cancel with plus ab. So all powers will get cancelled. So x power 0 is 1. You need not solve it like this because the powers are in cyclic order. So answer is 1 only. A number consists of 2 digits. The digits in the tens place is 3 times the digit in the units place. Guys, which option shows the digit of the unit tens place is 2 times the digit of the units place? Obviously, this is ulta of it. If I take option C, obviously digit at tens place 9 is 3 times the units place. Of course, yes, satisfying the condition. If 54 is subtracted from this number, if I assume 93 as the number, so 93 minus 54 is going to give you 39. They have said the digits are reversed. So 93 is becoming 39, yes or no? That means option C itself is a number, right? Next question. A person purchased 2 apples and 5 bananas at 90 rupees. So 2x plus 5y is equal to 90. So x is the price of each apple and y is the price of each banana. So guys, another shop, he visited another shop where he told, where the shopkeeper told him that if you give me 50 rupees and 1 banana, I can give you 3 apples. He agreed to the deal. What is the cost of 1 apple and 1 banana? So where do you find it, guys? In options. So first of all, hit the first option, 15 into 15 and 10. 2 into 15 is 30, 5 into 10 is 50, 30 plus 50 is 80, but it should be 90. Option A cannot be the right answer. 2 into 10 is 20, 5 into 15 is 75, so 20 plus 75, 95, definitely it's not 90. 10 and 20, 2 into 10 is 20, 5 into 20 is 100, so definitely it's not even option C. 2 into 20 is 40, 5 into 10 is 50, so it's satisfying 90. Only option which satisfies the sum is 90. That's the right answer, because sum only is not satisfied if from all the 3 options. So option D itself is the right answer. You need not check the other option, other condition. The ratio of the incomes of A and B is 5:6. That means 5x and 5:4. Sorry, 5x and 4x are the incomes of the 2 persons. Their expenditures are in the ratio 3:2. If at the end of each year, at the end of the year, each saves 1,600. That means income minus saving will give you expenditure. So obviously, if I take the ratio, expenditure ratio is given 3:2. Just do the cross multiplication. 10x minus 3,200 is equal to 12x minus 4,800. That is 2x is equal to 1,600. So x is equal to 800. What you are asked to find is the income of A. Income of A is 5x. 5 into 800 is 4,000. So 4,000 rupees is the income of A. Have you understood? What is income of B then? 8 into 800 into 4, which is 3,200. Correct? Yes. So option C is the right answer. Next question, if one root of the cubic equation is 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3 equal to 0 is minus 1/3, the other roots are. Guys, first of all, find the sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is minus b by a. Product of the roots is minus d by a. Minus b by a is minus of minus, which is 5 divided by a value is 3. So sum of the root should be 5/3. Product of the roots is minus d by a, that is minus of minus 3 is plus 3 by 3 is 1. Product should be 1 and the sum is 5/3. Guys, if I take this as minus 1/3, sum is 4. 4 minus 1/3 is 3.666. It is not 5/3, so sum will not satisfy for this. If I hit option B, sum of these two is 2. Correct? 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1/3. 2 minus 1/3. 1/3, first of all, make it negative plus 2. It is 1.666. What is 5/3? 5/3 is also 1.666. So sum is satisfied. Even the product, 1/3 into minus 1 into 3. Minus 1/3 into minus 1 into 3 is minus becomes plus. 3 cancels. So the product is 1. Product satisfied, sum satisfied. So option B is the right answer. Guys, look at the next question. The shaded area represent which of the following options? So please understand, guys, take one line at a time. I'm going to take this x plus y is equal to 6. If the coefficient of y is positive, then the shaded region is above the line. It should be greater than. So for x plus y, it should be greater than. So that is correct. For other line, the one which goes from lower left to upper right, that is this line, y is negative and the shaded portion is below. Y negative below means greater only. So this also satisfies. And you see here, y is approaching negative, but over here x is always positive only. So option A itself is the right answer. Have you understood? Next question, a dietitian recommends the mixture of 2 kinds of foods to a person so that the mixture contains at least 45 units of carbohydrates, 25 units. See, they have given the condition for carbohydrates. For carbs, what is the condition? Less, at least 45. That means more than or equal to 45. Then for proteins, they have given the condition at least 25. That means greater than or equal to 25. And fat, it should be greater than or equal to 15. And fiber also greater than or equal to 15. Guys, food 1 contains how much of carbs? For carbs, it could be from food 1 and food 2. So it's going to be 20x plus 10y. For proteins, 5x plus 2y. For fat, 3x plus 4y. And for fiber, 2x plus 5y. All are greater than or equal to 0. And most importantly, x and y both should be positive. That means all are greater than or equal to 0. So option C shows that, right? 20x plus 10y greater than or equal to 45, 5x plus 2y greater than or equal to 25, 3x plus 4y greater than or equal to 15, and 2x plus 5y greater than or equal to 15, and x and y both are positive or 0. Moving on to the next question, question number 86. If one of the root of the equation is 1, okay, so just substitute because 1 should satisfy this equation. So 1 minus 3 plus k equal to 0. So obviously minus 2 is equal to minus k. So k is equal to 2. Option A is the right answer. Have you understood? Yes, 1 square is 1, 3 into 1 is 3, so 1 minus 3 is minus 2. K becomes minus k on the other side, so minus 2 is equal to minus k, so k is equal to 2. Moving on to the next question, the compound interest on rupees 40,000 at 12% per annum compounded quarterly for 6 months. Guys, in 6 months, how many compoundings will happen? N is equal to 2. Correct? Because it is quarterly in year, 4 compoundings. In 6 months, obviously 2 compoundings, and I will be equal to 12 by 4, which is 3%, which is 0.03. What we need to find out is CI. It's P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. 1 plus I is 1.03. Raise the power to press into press equal minus 1 into principal is 40,000, and the result is 2436. Option 2436. Option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question, a certain rate of interest per annum. The difference between the compound interest and simple interest is on rupees 3 lakh, that is principal, is rupees 480. Difference is given and we need to find SI. Shortcut to find principal is difference by I square. Correct? Obviously I square is equal to difference by P. Yes or no? We have discussed this in the marathon. Difference is how much? 480, and divided by principal is how much? 3 lakh. You get 0.0016, but we need to know, so therefore press the square root, you get 0.04. that means 4%. Option B is the right answer. Guys, the next question, guys, this question I have discussed in the same question I have discussed in the marathon. The value of a machine depreciates every year at the rate of 10% per annum. Its value at the beginning of that year. If the present value of the machine is 72,900, what the worth of the machine 3 years ago? Guys, 3 years ago, definitely its worth will be more than 72,900. So that means whatever they have given as amount, whatever they are asking is to find principal, because principal is only more than the amount. Yes or no? So depreciation formula, P into 1 minus I whole power n. So 1 minus I is 0.9, because 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9. Type 0.9, raise the power to 3, press into equal to twice. Guys, this value has to go to the other side and get divided. We are not going to divide, we are going to take the multiplication by taking the reciprocal. Press divide, press equal, then multiply with A, 72,900, and the result is 1 lakh. So principal is 1 lakh. Option C is the right answer. Next question, guys, 6% per annum payable half yearly. We need to find the effective rate of interest. Effective rate of interest, the formula is 1 plus I whole power n minus 1, whole thing multiplied by 100. Guys, we need to convert it properly. 6% per annum half yearly means 3% is the rate of interest, and n is equal to 2. Right? So 1.03, raise the power to 2, press into press equal, minus 1 into 100. The result is 6.09. Even this question I have discussed in the marathon videos. Yes or no? Moving on to the next question, Kanta wants to accumulate 4,91,300 in a saving account after 3 years. So obviously this is the amount. Yes or no? The rate of interest offered by the bank is 6.25%. 6 1 by 4 means 6.25% compounded annually. How much amount should she invest today? That means principal we need to find out to get the amount. So A is equal to P into 1 plus I whole power n. Guys, 1 plus I is 6.25% is 0.0625, plus 1 means 1.0625. Raise the power to 3 years. Press into equal to twice and take this on the other side. That means divide equal and multiply with the amount. Amount is 4,91,300. So you get 4,9,600. So option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. A sum required to earn a monthly interest of 1,200. Per month it is 1,200, means per annum it is 1,200 into 12, which is 14,400. SI for 1 year, 14,400, which is equal to PTR percentage. Yes or no? SI for 1 year is 14,400, which is nothing but PTR percentage. So T and R, we know T is 1 year, type 1, R is 18, press a percentage. Take it to the other side and multiply. First of all, we have to divide. We have to convert that into multiplication by doing what? Reciprocal. Divide equal and multiply with 14,400. 14,400. You get 80,000. So P is equal to 80,000. Option C is the right answer. Next, 93rd question. They're asking us to find the CAGR. So CAGR, if you want to find out what is N2, this one, and N1 is this, and this is A2, and this is A1. The shortcut for finding out CAGR is A2 by A1 should be equal to 1 plus option whole power N2 minus N1. What is A2 by A1? 90 divided by 40 is 2.25. Now 1 plus option raised to the power N2 minus N1 is how much? 2023 minus 2019 is 4. Correct? Now 1 plus option. Guys, if I hit 24.47%, so 1.2447 raise the power to 4 plus into equal to how many times? 3 times. So you get 2.4, which is less. So if I hit option C, 1.2247 press into equal to thrice, right? And you get 2.2496, approximately 2.25. So option C is the right answer, 22.47%. Guys, moving on to the next question. In an account paying interest 9% per annum compounded monthly, 9% per annum compounded monthly means it is 0.75% per month. Yes or no? 9 by 12 you do 0.75% per month. 200 rupees is invested at the end of each month. So that is annuity. Correct? What is the future value? Guys, it is future value of AR only. So A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I. What is 1 plus I whole power n? They are only given 1.0775 minus 1 divided by, what is I? Guys, 0.75%. The value of I is, convert that into decimals, 0.0075. And the result is into A is how much? 200, and the result is 2066.66. The nearest answer is option B. 95th question. Question number 95. What is the present value of rupees 1,000 to be received after 2 years compounded annually at 10% rate interest rate? Guys, present value to be received 1,000 to be received after 2 years. That means it is future value. Correct? So what is the relationship between future value and present value? Future value is equal to PV into 1 plus I whole power n. So we need to find PV. So find out 1 plus I. 1 plus I is 1.1. Raise the power to 2. Press into, press equal. Then take it to the other side and multiply rather than dividing. For multiplying, divide and equal, press into, what is future value? 1,000. So you get 826.44. Option B is the right answer. 96th one. Mr. X makes a deposit of 12,000 in a bank where the amount doubles at compound interest in 5 years. Then what will be the total amount will he have after 20 years? Guys, if you see, this is first time duration is 5 years and the second time duration is 20 years. So definitely second time duration is 4 times. So 4 times means obviously the amount also will be 2 power 4. Amount also will be 2 power 4. Please understand, amount will be the first amount A1 into, because the reference is double power, since the time is 4 times here, so that you take it to the power. So 12,000 into 16 it is. 12,000 into 16, which is 1,92,000. 1,92,000. Option D is the right answer. 97th question. It's a valuation of the bond question. There's a par value basically, and the nominal rate is 10% and required rate of return is 14%. The formula for PV of bond is A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I whole power n plus par value divided by 1 plus I whole power n. So find out 1 plus I first of all. To find the value of A, it's the par value into nominal rate 10%. That means it is 100 rupees. 1000 into 10% is 100 rupees. But for this I, we have to take 14%. Please mind it. So 1 plus I is 1.14 raise the power to how many years? 3 years it is, right? How many years it is? 3 years. So raise the power to 3, press equal to twice, and then store it by pressing M plus minus 1 divided by what is I? 0.14 again divided by MRC, then into A is 100. So that is 232.16 plus par value is 1. First of all, find out 1 plus I whole power n. So 1.14, press into equal to twice, take it up by dividing and equal into par value is 1000. You get 674.97. Add that with 232.16, you get the result 907.13. That means option B is the nearest value. Look at the next question, 98th one. A loan of rupees 16,550 is to be paid in the 3 equal annual installments at the compound interest. So loan amount is PV of AR. Correct? Formula is A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I whole power n. So we need to find the value of A. So 1 plus I is how much? 10%. So 1.1 raise the power to how many installments? 3. Raise the power to 3 means equal to twice. M plus minus 1 divided by 0.1 again divided by MRC, and take it to the other side and multiply by taking the reciprocal. Divide, equal, and multiply with PV of AR 16,550 and you get 6655. Option A is the right answer. Moving on to 99th question. The perpetuity has a cash flow of 625. Required rate of interest is 8% and growth rate is 4%. So PV of growing perpetuity. So formula is R divided by I minus G. So 625 divided by 8% minus 4% is 4%. That is 0.04. So 625 divided by 0.04 gives you 15,625. Option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. What is the annual contribution required by an organization to accumulate 20 lakh? 20 lakh in 10 years. That means it's a future value. So that means we need to find the value of A. So FV of AR is equal to A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I. Guys, clearly understand this is future value of interest factor. This future value of interest factor is given off. Just that future value of AR is 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs divided by this value should go there and get divided by what? 13.180785. You get the result 151736.03. That means option A is the right answer. Guys, hope this is clear, right?